Hello? Oh, hi, darling.
Half a world away, another day. So let's go play on the moon. It's a starry place. We embrace the space while we're miles away on the moon.
Line. I am your host, Kelly Keegs, and tonight is award show night. It is Oscar night. We are all abuzz. I am very excited. All we're talking about in our text group right now is all the looks that we're seeing coming through. I wore diamonds tonight, obviously, to show a little glamour for the Oscars. Gia, what's going on? How are you doing over in the booth, girlfriend?
Doing well.
Doing well.
You know, it's another Sunday night. I'm excited to talk about all the looks, though, because I definitely have some opinions.
Yeah, I'm feeling the same about the opinions. I'm feeling the same about these looks. Yeah. I think that, who should we get into first? We listed out a couple before we got here, some of our favorites and some who are like a little less than. Yeah. I think, should we start nice or should we start mean?
You know us. Let's start mean.
Start mean. Okay, so first one, Vanessa Hudgens. That's who we're going to talk about. I am sad about this look. To be honest, I didn't even look up and see who it was. We're trying to get a picture of her up now. But she's wearing basically, yes, here it is, a long black sequin gown with some cutouts. The back is just like a simple X, whatever. I'll be honest with you. In any other world, I wouldn't hate this dress for any other occasion. I'd be like, oh, all right, that dress is fine. It has like a bra strap kind of thing in the back. And she obviously looks beautiful. Vanessa Hudgens is beautiful. I just think that for the Oscars, she could do better. I think that this jewelry is unbelievable, absolutely. But the dress, I'm not feeling it. Gia, do you like this dress?
It's giving like J.C. Penney. You know what I mean?
Like I feel like I'm going to prom, you know?
Yeah,
like it feels very prom-y to me.
It's Michael Kors, I think.
Oh, is it? Oh,
which
well,
is
that kind of explains.
Yeah, I feel like his stuff is always kind of like prom vibes.
Yes, totally agree.
So, yeah, I love the necklace, though. The emerald with the earrings.
The necklace is incredible. Yeah, the necklace is unbelievable. I think that I'm not so sure if she's ever been on an Oscars red carpet. Like I might be, taking away from her achievements by saying that, but I feel like this might be her first, if not one of her first appearances. And usually she looks beautiful. So I'm pretty bummed out, very lackluster situation. I hope that she does better at the next award show she goes to, because it's not my cup of tea. Let me think back now too. Let's bring up Jessica Chastain, because this dress I didn't realize was going to be controversial. But apparently it is.
Why?
People are hating it. And I was like, in what world are we hating this? I believe I think it's Versace. It's either Versace or Gucci. I looked it up beforehand, but I can't remember now. And my jaw hit the floor. My jaw hit the absolute floor with this dress. Look at the ruffles on the bottom. The ombre color is usually something I don't like, but because she's a redhead and she has that alabaster skin, it looks amazing on top and it just flows effortlessly into purple. Everybody knows redheads look amazing in purple. So I think that she looks unbelievable.
Yeah, I agree.
You know?
I love the colors of the dress. Honestly, though, the ruffles, I'm not
I
think the dress would have been like a little bit more sexier.
Yeah.
If it had no ruffles.
Yes.
But she looks absolutely incredible. I feel like she's been killing it lately.
I also feel like she's been killing it lately. I follow her on TikTok. She's amazing on TikTok. I think that the dress, yes, it's very, the ruffles make it a little more feminine versus sexy. Like it's very like flirty, fairy tale, ethereal type vibe, which I feel like a lot of people are kind of trying to do this time around, this award season. It's kind of the pastels, it's the extra ruffles, it's a lot of pomp and circumstance, which I'm very into. I love something loud and I love something fluffy, so I'm all in for her. Who else is good? Let me think. I'll think a little bit faster. Let's pull up Timothée Chalamet. Let's bring a man into the situation. Timothy wearing Louis Vuitton, and he decided to show up shirtless. He is just wearing a blazer with no shirt underneath. And anybody else does this, I'm pissed off. I'm running you off the carpet. Timothée Chalamet does it. I'm obsessed with it. I love it.
He looks incredible.
He looks amazing. What are his, he's got some, it looks like some mesh something on his wrist, some wrist detail.
I love that detail, and the rings too. I love it.
Very obsessed with the rings. I believe it's a head to toe Louis Vuitton look based on what Twitter was saying, so fingers crossed that's true. But I think that he can just do whatever he wants. Like, he's so handsome. He's nominated tonight, obviously, for Dune. Dune is like an unbelievable movie, and as is Zendaya, who we'll bring up next. But I think that that Timothy just knocks out of the park every single time. He toes the line of like not wearing something traditional, but also looking cool. Sometimes people will get stuck in the middle there where they just look ridiculous, and I have yet to see him actually look ridiculous. I think he pulls everything off, and I just love him, I think I'm just so obsessed with him. But let's look at Zendaya, who just murdered it, killed it. I love it. I normally, for an Oscars look, with the exception of Timothy, I don't usually love like exposed stomach. I usually think it's more of like a gown situation. But this look reminds me of other looks that have like gone on through history. There was like a Sharon Stone look that was very similar to this with like a satin skirt, satin like top like that in the 90s. Also Meryl Streep had an outfit that looked looking just like this. It's just it's a wonderful, wonderful outfit. Those bracelets, like, what is she wearing there? They look like snakes or something. It's just, oh, I'm obsessed with it. And she can do no wrong in my eyes, honestly.
I like it. I'm not loving the sequins with the silk combination. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I feel like she could have done better, but the jewelry is just absolutely incredible.
The jewelry is so good, and she does kill it with the jewelry and the little
Yeah.
details like that. I feel like she always has something a little different to throw into it. I think that I'm a sequins girl. I love sequins, which is why I feel bad for Baby V back in the beginning, Vanessa Hudgens. I normally would love a sequin dress, but it just like wasn't working for me. Zendaya's killing it. Who else? I think Lily James. We could pull her up too. I really liked her tonight. She, I think, is also wearing like I think she's wearing Versace, Jessica Chastain, Gucci. But she looks unbelievable. I will laugh for a second though, because I feel like this is very much florals for spring, groundbreaking like moment. But I think that her hair looks amazing. She's another one with the necklace. I think everybody's wearing like Bulgari jewelry. Like that's what all their jewelry kind of looks like that to me. I don't know if that's facts, but kind of looks it. And I think the pale pink color is good. She has like what seems to be a very light misted spray tan. Like she doesn't look, this color dress can look very like Miami if you're not careful, and you know what that means. And I just think that it's teetering on trash, but it's actually fantastic. And again, the flowers. I'm a floral girl. I love them.
Yeah, I agree. I love the colors.
Yeah.
I love the lace. It's like looks very delicate. It's
Yes,
beautiful. I kind of
yes.
wish she did an updo though.
An updo would be nice. That's true, especially for the Oscars. You always want to kind of show out for the Oscars. I feel like this is what people like get lost in translation. The Oscars is the award show where you wear a fucking ball gown. Like you go all out, you look your absolute best. It is the pinnacle of the award shows as far as dressing goes. And I think that sometimes people forget that. Like, I don't know if we have a picture, we were just talking shit a little bit about Kristen Stewart, who is basically wearing like a shorts and blazer top kind of outfit. And I love Kristen Stewart. I thought she was amazing in Spencer, which is what she's nominated for tonight. I hate this look for the Oscars. I just hate it. This would be perfect for like a VMAs or even for a Golden Globes. Honestly, you could get away with it. Golden Globes is a little bit of like risque involved there. But the Oscars, it's like you gotta wear, she's Princess Diana. She has to look like I don't know, if I'm Princess Diana in a movie and that's what I'm nominated for an Oscar for, I'm wearing like a Princess Diana gown. Like I'm basically showing up in costume. And I feel like it was just a missed opportunity. She looks so amazing in like all those huge glowing dresses, and I just feel like she missed it on this one. I'm a little upset. I think that I think also people forget that the difference between the Oscars, the Golden Globes, and something like the Emmys is like movies and television, as is Golden Globes. Golden Globes is a little bit, I think Golden Globes is the Hollywood Foreign Press, so it's like a little bit different and a little more intense. I would say if we're going weight, if you're TV, you want an Emmy. If you're TV, you like really want a Golden Globe. If you're movies, you want an Oscar, but you're cool with a Golden Globe. It's like that's the kind of the hierarchy of things, as far as I've been able to tell. Also, the Golden Globes is a really like drunk award show. Like everybody just is drinking the whole time. And I want to get into some of the, quickly before we have to go to commercial, I want to talk about some of the biggest moments that I love, and then I want to hear from you guys about it. So when we're taking calls in a couple of minutes, you can go ahead and call in at 888-STOOL22. Looking forward to that. Before we do that, I'm just going to run down this list, Gia. I'm just going to go quick. But because we're just talking about Golden Globes, I want to throw up Emma Thompson. Okay, cool. I want to, sorry, I'm chit-chatting with Gia. But so I want to start with Emma Thompson and her drunk speech at the Golden Globes, where she took off her shoes and like gave this speech with a martini in her hand. Like she walked up on stage, gave it with a martini in her hand, and just said all this shit. And that like didn't totally make sense, but kind of made sense. Yeah, look at her. She's amazing. I love this photo so much. It's maybe one of my favorite moments of all time. It was towards the end of the night. I really am forgetting what she won for. I probably should have looked that up before we started this, but she went up with this martini, took her Louboutins off. She talked about how like the bottom of her shoes are not red because they're Louboutins, they're red from blood because they ripped apart her shoes, which is amazing. And Emma Thompson is just, I just love her for everything she's ever done. Let's see, let's stay, and we'll just go backwards on the list. We'll go Jennifer Lawrence falling at the Oscars in 2013. This moment was so funny at the time because one, Jennifer Lawrence falling, she fell so gracefully. Like she was not freaking out. She was not like, you know, acting like an asshole. She was just trying to go up these stairs in this humongous Dior gown that was like bigger than her whole body, and she tripped a little bit. But even look how graceful her tripping is. Like her diamonds are like cascading off her back, like it's no big deal. It honestly was so funny, but not even embarrassing at all. And then later on, her speech, I believe she won for either for Silver Linings Playbook or something else, Winter Bone or whatever. I think that during her speech after, she was like, oh, you guys are all just standing up for me because you feel bad that I fell. You're like embarrassed, because she got like a standing ovation. I love it. Love a moment like that.
I think this moment is like when she became like the most like relatable celebrity.
Totally.
Like during, what was that, 2013?
2013, yeah.
Yeah, that's like, that was like peak like Jennifer Lawrence, like
100%.
she'd be like, I want pizza, you know what I mean?
Yes, exactly.
Like, and then her falling just like cemented that she was like a relatable human.
Completely. She became like the joke girl, the girl that can like joke around and exactly, like, oh, all I eat is pizza, like who cares? She became that girl immediately. And she was already kind of that person. Like she's friends with Amy Schumer, she's friends with like all these like comedy people, and she's very funny herself. And I think that she handled this moment so well. I don't know what I would do. Like, what would you do if you fell on your way up to accept an award for the Oscars? I mean, I guess you're accepting an award for the Oscars, so how is that embarrassing? But to fall on the biggest stage? Oh my God. I just don't even know what I would do. I really don't. Let's go right into the Ellen DeGeneres selfie, which happened in 2014. Jennifer Lawrence is also in this. This was right on the heels of her. She's just like everywhere. Jennifer Lawrence like didn't go home for a couple of years. And this selfie, I remember Ellen was the host making a big deal about it, being like, I want the most viral selfie of all time. And she took this selfie. Look, we got Jared Leto, J-Law, Meryl Streep, Channing Tatum, Julia Roberts, Kevin Spacey, we have Ellen DeGeneres, Brad Pitt, Lupita.
I'm pretty sure that's Lupita's brother.
That's Lupita's brother.
And he
then,
somehow
is that
snuck his way into that photo.
Which is so fucking funny.
It's iconic.
Right. It's unbelievable. And then obviously Bradley Cooper in the front. That's Angelina Jolie in the back, right? I think that's her.
Yeah,
She's
totally.
a little, you know, whatever. Oh, wow, Brad and Angie,
I know, it is funny
so
that
close.
it's Brad and Angie. I think they were probably still married at the time.
I think they were too, yeah. 2014. But yeah, so this photo became the most like viral photo on Twitter for a little while. Like obviously things have surpassed it since 2014, but it was unbelievable. And I remember in the moment watching it on the Oscars and being like, what the fuck is this like dumb shit? Like this is silly, but whatever, it's Ellen, like she's making things funny, whatever. And that picture must have circulated thousands and thousands of times for weeks afterwards. Like she knew what she was doing, so good for her. We'll kind of go down the list a little bit into the VMAs. The VMAs have moments that are, you know, you can't even compare them to anything else because they've become staple moments in these celebrities' histories. And I want to say first about Miley Cyrus and Robin Thicke. I think that they deserve a shout out here. That was again in 2013. 2013, 2014, we were really hopping in the award show, you know, that sector. I think that the Miley Cyrus, Robin Thicke were, I don't even know what she performed. One of her songs from Bangers, maybe a couple. And she just was, twerking on Robin Thicke. Just going crazy. Her like latex skin color outfit and his like Beetlejuice outfit. I mean, this was repurposed as a Halloween costume. I don't even know how many times. Gia, how many times did you see this at Halloween?
A million.
It just was
literally a
crazy.
million.
It was crazy. And I'll tell you, like, it worked every time. Every time it was like, oh, haha, yeah, this was the biggest moment of this year. This is unbelievable. So
I wonder if Miley regrets that.
I wonder that too. I don't know necessarily if she regrets anything she does. I feel like she loves just like doing some crazy shit. But I think that, I think that it definitely turned over a new leaf in her career that made it very much like I am not a Disney bitch anymore. Like, don't even try to like treat me as someone to look up to. Don't treat me as somebody like that because I am a bad bitch and I'm gonna grind on Robin Thicke on stage. Let's see. One of the original VMA moments that I remember in my life that was super pivotal was the Britney and Madonna and Christina Aguilera makeout from the VMAs in 2003, which I found out today was 2003, which I would have been, I don't know, like either 12 or 13. And I remember watching this on TV, and obviously what had happened, if you didn't see it yourself, was that Britney Spears and Madonna during, I think they did a performance, Me Against the Music. I think that was the same year they were doing like those songs, and they made out on stage. They just, they kissed, they made out. And what's crazy actually is that Christina also made out with Madonna and nobody gave a fuck. Like everybody only cared about Britney. And I feel bad for Christina about that because Christina got in there, she had her tongue all up in everybody and nobody was talking about it. It was only Britney and Madonna. Yeah, there they are. Look at Britney just chilling. I mean, this is like unbelievable. And it's crazy moves by Madonna. I feel like she just is somebody who, like, I don't even know. I don't even know what Madonna's up to, but she's making out with girls all the time on this shit. So good for her. I think that that was another moment where everybody just lost their fucking minds, especially Britney Spears is making out with a girl. Oh my God, like forget it. The number one most iconic moment for me personally, definitely not in history, and there are plenty more, so I'm excited to hear more about that if anybody wants to talk about that. I think that the Taylor Swift Kanye West interruption when she was accepting her awards, one of her awards at the VMAs, I can't not mention it. And to be honest, it makes me mad to talk about this. Like, I get so pissed off when I think about when this happened because Kanye West was clearly like drunk and annoying at the award show, jumped up on stage when Taylor Swift was gonna accept an award for herself and stopped her, as we all know, stopped her infamously, I'm gonna let you finish, but Beyonce had the best album of all time or the best video of all time, something like that. Unbelievable behavior. I just will never understand it. I will never understand what overtook Kanye West in a way that made him feel like it was fine to just jump up on this stage and rip some airtime away from Taylor Swift. Like, she was early on. I think that Fearless had just come out at that time. And I think that, I don't know if she had another album out yet, or if she did, she wasn't nominated for anything just yet, I don't think. But she went up there looking beautiful to accept her first Moon Man. And this Kanye West just comes up and ruins the whole fucking thing. And I just am so mad when talking about it. I get so mad for her when I think about it. But of course, our queen, icon, we're a part of the Bayhive in this house, Beyonce, later accepted an award. She was mortified by Kanye's actions, as she should be, and as we should all be, as she should be as well. She gave Taylor Swift her award speech time. So Beyonce accepted an award. She was like, this is amazing, whatever, but I remember my first award at the VMAs, and I would never want that moment to be taken away from anybody else. Taylor, come up here. And then she gave like all of her time for Taylor to do all of her thanks, the thanks that she didn't get to do because it was so fucking awkward when like, you know, when Kanye jumped up and just ruined everything. She wasn't gonna jump right back into her speech. If she had, I would have been like, Taylor, you're crazy. But I don't even know. Gia, do you remember this happening? Like, do you remember it on TV?
Like, yes and no. Like, I feel like I have a made up memory of it. But I mean, it's just like something that will be cemented in everyone's brain for the rest of their lives.
Completely. And people just bring it up nonstop. Like, all people do is bring up this moment, especially when it comes to award shows. And I have a hard time thinking about anything that is worse or like more awkward. I think that there are definitely speeches like, you know, that have happened that are bizarre, but this one just really takes the cake. But all right, that's enough from me. Let's, we've set the mood, everything is great. Let us run to a commercial, and then when we get back, call in 888-STOOL22, and let's keep talking about the award shows. And welcome back to The Other Line. We are here now to take calls. If you want to call in and talk about award shows or whatever the hell you want to talk about. Sorry, somebody just walked by. The door is open. That's different for me. It is 888-STOOL22. That is the number you can call in. Let us start with, I see a familiar somebody coming in here. Jillian from Long Island. What's up, girlfriend? Oh, hold on. You know what, Gia? I can't hear Jillian. Let's see. Jillian, hey.
Hello.
What's going on? I can hear you now. What's going on? How are you?
Mom's here too. Eve is here
Oh,
too.
hello, Eve. What's going on, girlfriends? I'm so happy to hear from you both. I love when you guys call.
We love calling in.
Fabulous. You want to talk about Lady Gaga? What is she? You know what? I haven't even seen what I haven't seen what she's wearing. Oh my God, I almost want to look it up.
Back from 2010 when she wore that meat outfit.
Oh, of course, the meat dress. Oh my God, what a long way Lady Gaga has come, right? From like meat dresses and shit. I think it's crazy. Let's see. She just, oh no, that's something else. Damn, I cannot find a pic of Lady Gaga. I wonder if she, or at least not at a quick search. She would definitely be there. She'll definitely be there. Well, she wasn't nominated for anything, I know. I know she was feeling like, low-key snubbed by that, I think. But I think, too, that she would have been invited anyway, because I feel like when you win an Oscar, you, are always invited regardless, and she never misses an award show. So I'll be shocked if we don't get a Gaga pick tonight. But the meat dress was nuts. Was the meat dress, do you remember what award show the meat dress was? Because I'm actually not remembering.
I looked it up. I think it said the MTV Video Music Awards.
The VMAs, yeah. That makes sense. People do weird shit for the VMAs. I think that's another. That to me is the award show where you can try out crazy looks. I think that Kristen Stewart's look tonight would look amazing at the VMAs, which is not an insult to the look. It's just a better place for it. You know what I mean?
Right award show. Yeah, it wasn't the right award show for that. But
yeah.
Hopefully, if we see Gaga, hopefully it's something very Oscar worthy tonight.
Yeah, let's hope. What is who's your favorite look so far tonight? Have you seen anybody you love?
I love Vanessa. My mom likes Vanessa.
Oh no, I feel bad that I've been talking shit about her because I love her too generally. I just think that she could do better. God, I feel bad.
I loved. Did you see Maddie Ziegler?
Yes, she looks gorgeous with the big black dress, right? I think I saw her. Yeah, lots of.
The Oscar. I'm like, I think of her from Dance Moms.
Isn't that insane how you think about Maddie Ziegler, you think about JoJo Siwa, girls who just were little baby children on Dance Moms who are now mega fucking stars. The both of them are unbelievable dancers, unbelievable performers. I honestly think about them more than more than is normal. I feel like every time I see them I'm like, wow.
I don't get why that didn't happen to me. Why
exactly.
am I still a small town girl from Long Island? Why am I not at the Oscars?
Right. It's crazy, right. Yeah, I had a brief stint doing ballet, tap, and jazz in North Plainfield, New Jersey. How come I wasn't plucked from obscurity and working with the Abby Lee Miller company? That's pretty fucked up, in my opinion. God, I could be on the Oscar red carpet right now. Ugh, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Thank you, girls, for calling so much, as always. You guys are amazing. You have the best conversations. Please do. Always do. All right. Bye, girls. All right. Amazing. Now we have Hunter from Maryland who wants to talk about Meryl Streep. Hunter, what's going on?
Hey, Kelly. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing great. Now, so obviously, Meryl Streep is just the GOAT when it comes to actresses, right? I mean, she's in everything.
Of course.
So when you were talking about when you're going down the list and you were talking about Jennifer Lawrence falling, that reminded me of another iconic moment. Do you remember what happened right after Jennifer Lawrence fell when Meryl Streep went up?
I don't think I do, but I remember what she was wearing. That's when she had that white collared outfit with the black skirt that Zendaya's outfit's reminding me of. But I don't remember what happened. No, what did she do? Remind me.
I remember she was walking up there, and I think as the camera turned to her to get up to the podium, she picked a big wedgie and just went on and just talked and just went right into her speech without giving a shit.
Is that even true? I can't imagine that's true. Meryl would never pick a wedgie on the Oscar stage. That's unbelievable. I bet she was pulling her dress around from her because that dress was really heavy and bulky. It had to have been that. I refuse to believe that Meryl Streep was picking a wedgie while accepting an award. There's just no way. She has way too much class. There's just no way.
I mean, you can look it up. I mean, maybe. I mean,
I will look it up. I will look it up because that would be insane. That would be crazy. I also remember from that, I believe that same Oscars is where we got the picture of Nicole Kidman clapping her hands, and her hands look crazy. Their fingers look so long. Yeah. I think that's the same. I'm watching myself do it. I think that might have been either the same year or close to it. But yeah, there were a lot of people making headlines at these Oscars.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the same one. I don't know why that just sticks out to me, but I'm just well, dang, she's just being a boss right now. She doesn't care.
Yeah, she really is. She doesn't give a shit. Meryl Streep, I believe, is supposed to be there tonight. Oh yeah, I don't know if she's nominated for Don't Look Up, but I know that she's obviously in it. So I'm not sure if she if she's there. And can I tell you something, Hunter? I'm keeping you on this phone
Yeah.
solely because I'm wondering if you're watching the Oscars right now. Are you watching it as well?
Yeah, I'm watching a little bit of it. Yeah.
How's it going so far? I am like sweating through my clothes because I hate. This is the first time I've ever missed the Oscars in real time. Like I feel crazy, like not watching it. So give me a little bit of a lowdown. Give me like a.
It started off with a musical number with Beyonce, and they were all matched. She started off with like a really, really good musical thing. And then,
Oh my God.
Incredible. Love.
Yeah, and then the hosts are pretty funny. With Amy Schumer, Regina Hall. And then, I forget the other.
Wanda
right now, 'cause I was
Sykes.
going back.
Wanda Sykes is there too.
Wanda
Yeah,
Sykes,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, how can you forget? Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah.
But no, it's been good so far.
That's fantastic. That's great. That's great news to hear. I'm pretty upset with myself because I realize now that I didn't like record it at home, and I don't know if they re-show the Oscars. I'm not even sure if they re-show it.
They probably will. You could probably find it somewhere.
I'm hoping they re-show it like immediately. You know how sometimes they'll put I know that the VMAs does this. They just like run it back again immediately. That's what I'm really hoping for tonight.
Yeah, but since we called, I think both should probably be on alert to see if Meryl does that again. If anybody else does what I was talking about.
Yeah.
If anybody else does.
Okay. Yes.
I mean, what would you do in that situation? If that was you.
In Meryl's situation, if I'm like picking a wedgie on stage, or like just generally if I fall or whatever.
Yeah, well, both, I guess.
I think I would probably act a lot like Jennifer Lawrence. I think you have to just like laugh at yourself immediately. Like there is no other way. Like you can't get up there and act like nothing happened. I think what would happen to me though is like I'd probably faint. Like I'm a fainter. I pass out like easily. I think I'd be so overwhelmed. My face would be so red, and I wouldn't even know what I would have said. Like if I went up to the mic, I would have probably just been like, "Thanks so much, love my family, gotta go. I'm mortified." Like and just that's it. You know what I mean? It's crazy. But if I'm Meryl, I'm probably joking around with the room. We always have to remember that people like Meryl Streep, everybody in the room, yes, they're colleagues, and yes, they're people like they worked with or whatever, but they're people that she's known for a million years, and anybody else that she doesn't know respects the shit out of her. So she doesn't care what anybody else thinks, you know what I mean? Like, she's caring about maybe what her friends think, but she's so close that, what the hell does she care? And she can take a joke, I feel.
Exactly. So let's say you did have a wedgie and went up there. You wouldn't care if you did that?
I think that I would just leave it there. I think you got to leave the wedgie. I think you have to give the speech with the wedgie. That's a very annoying like anecdote to have later. Like, damn, I wish I didn't accept my Oscar speech with a wedgie, but that's the only way to go about it. You can't just like be picking it. There's just no way. There's no way. It's unheard of. I can't believe it.
Yeah. Well, no. Yeah, it was just something I thought of when you were talking about Jennifer Lawrence falling. I don't know why I rememred it, but I just thought it was interesting.
It is interesting. It is interesting, and that's a good one that I'm going to have to look up because, like I said, I don't quite remember. But Hunter, thank you so much for giving me that lowdown on the Oscars right now. Like I said, I have major FOMO, so I really appreciate it.
All right. Yeah. Great. Thanks, Kelly.
All right. Thanks so much.
I guess apparently Meryl said after that happened, she said that she was worried that she was gonna fall, or she was gonna step on her dress.
That makes total sense, right? Like because it was that big like white and black, right? And I feel
she was wearing a sparkly silver dress. I just looked it up.
Oh shit! Okay.
It was like a
so maybe
very.
It's not
It
the
looked.
Same.
I wouldn't say it was tight, but.
It was the same year? It was the same year as Jennifer Lawrence?
Yes, 2013.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Maybe I owe Hunter an apology.
Everyone picks wedgie sometimes, I guess.
Yeah, well, like at that moment, you're
I know.
crazy, Meryl. Like, what are you doing? In what world? Like, honestly, it's crazy. It's so insane. If you guys want to call in and keep chit-chatting about this with us, call in 888-STOOL22. Gia, I've been able to look at, during the commercial, I was bringing some stuff up. I wonder if we can bring it up as well in real time. I'm trying to see some of the looks that people are having, and so far, I'm seeing a lot of this photo of Andrew Garfield and Zendaya. They like took a funny selfie, I guess, of each other, and probably sent it right to Tom Holland. And I'm just really loving that. I'm not sure if we can show it because of whatever. Actually, no, it's like a weird selfie. I'll just send it to you.
I don't have the selfie, but I can show a picture of them together.
That's good. I just sent you the selfie from the chicks in the office, but I don't know if it can be posted. But anyway, it's silly, and I forget that like all these people are working together, especially Zendaya, Andrew Garfield, Tom Holland. Yeah, look at these angels. Oh my God, they look great. Andrew Garfield looks amazing.
I love his bow tie.
It looks fantastic, right? Little satin. I love it. It's also he was fantastic in Tick Tick Boom. Did you watch that movie?
I did not.
Oh my God, you got to see it. I waited so long to see it because I didn't really know what it was about or like, anything about it. It's all about the guy who wrote Rent, the musical. And so it's like a musical movie, but it's musical in the way of like he's writing a musical, so they sing songs because of that. And it's such an interesting story. I like had no idea about this guy's life. I had no idea that he was such like a tortured artist or whatever. Like it was amazing. So I like highly recommend watching it. And Andrew Garfield looks amazing. Like I think he has been around for so long, doing like kind of random shit, always like sort of serious movies apart from like Spider-Man and whatever. But he's an amazing actor, and he was so good in Tick, Tick, Boom. He's also in another movie I can't think of right now. One that's on Hulu that I haven't watched yet, but people keep telling me it's good. And he just crushes it. I don't know. I feel like people forget that he was dating Emma Stone for a long time, and they broke up and are like still friendly, whatever. But during the time that they were dating, I think is when Emma Stone had her big like Oscars run. Like she was just everywhere. She was in every movie, nominated and everything. The Favorite was a fantastic movie. Like there was so many things going on in her life at that time that I always thought to myself, like, I wonder if Andrew Garfield gets like salty about this. Like I think the same way about like pretty much any like couple in Hollywood that they both act. I always wonder like if one is so clearly that popular that year and like gonna win or something, if the other one can be fully supportive or if they get like a little salty. But let's talk about it more when we come back from a break. Remember, when you call back or when we come back, you can call 888-STOOL22. Looking forward to chatting. And welcome back to The Other Line. Again, I'm your host, Kelly Keegs. If you want to call in to talk about the Oscars or any award shows, whatever, please call in at 888-STOOL22. We have a caller on the line that I'm about to answer, but before I do that, she wants to talk about Amy Schumer, it looks like. And I just saw an Amy Schumer quote from the awards tonight. She said, "Leonardo DiCaprio, what can I even say about him? He's done so much to fight climate change and leave behind a cleaner, greener planet for his girlfriends," which I love. I love anybody that makes fun of the fact that Leo has like young girlfriends. I think it's hysterical. I think that Leo has this reputation where he like doesn't date anybody over 25, and it's just always true. I think his current girlfriend like just turned 25, and everybody keeps being like, "Oh my God, your time's almost up." It's hilarious. But Jillian, what's going on, baby girl? You want to talk about Amy Schumer?
Kelly, I literally was calling to tell you about the Leonardo DiCaprio quote.
Oh my God, amazing.
Like,
Perfect.
Kelly, you know this, and we need to talk this shit, and we need to talk about it.
I think it's hilarious.
I mean, it's hysterical. And like, I don't know why, but I don't know if he's not there, but like they didn't pan to him, but I needed like the live reaction, but we didn't get it, unfortunately.
Oh my God, so bad. I didn't see him either. I didn't see like any, I don't know if he would have gone to this, like I'm sure he was invited, like it's Leo, but I can't imagine him going to the Oscars when he's not like having a movie going on. I feel like he's kind of a stay-at-home guy when he can, you know?
No, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, when you have 20-year-old hot girlfriends, why wouldn't you?
I mean, yeah, you could just stay home with her, right? It's like not a big deal.
Yeah. Makes way more sense. I will say there was one more roast of Timothy Chalamet.
What was
and
it?
they at the like very beginning, it was all three hosts, and they were like, COVID was so hard on everybody, and they were like, I mean, look at Timothy Chalamet, and they all like stared at him, and like, and you didn't really zoom in on him either. So I was like, if we're gonna drop these jokes, I need to see these people's faces. But they didn't zoom in on him, but he's there.
That's incredible. No, he's absolutely there. As we saw earlier, he's shirtless. So yeah, he's exposed. Yeah. Like he is there. Yeah. That is really funny. I hate that they're not showing their faces. Maybe they're trying to like, I don't know, be a little less targeted. I mean, they're very targeted. They're literally saying his name. Who knows why they're not doing that? Yeah. That's really funny. God, I imagine that this trio would be funny. I find all three of them very funny. I was kind of out on Amy Schumer for a little while. Like, I don't know why. I don't know what turned me off of her, because I was very obsessed with her for a while. Like, right when she was coming up, I was very obsessed with her stand-up. I thought she was so funny. I liked Trainwreck, the movie that she was in. I thought that she was great. But somewhere along the line, I think there was like too much of the accusing her of stealing jokes or whatever. Like that was kind of a tough time. But have you seen her? Have you seen her new show? I keep talking about this like nonstop, so sorry if I repeated myself. But have you seen her new show, The Life in Beth, on Hulu?
No, is it good?
It's fantastic. Like, I did not expect it to be so good. It's really, really good. It's very funny. It's a little bit like dark comedy. Like, there's some like sadness to it. Michael Cera's in it. There's like all kinds of celebrities, like all kinds of comedians are in it. It's like a funny hodgepodge of people, and it's fantastic. So after just having watched that, I was really looking forward to see what Amy Schumer had going on for this awards. I think that she. It sounds like people are liking her. It sounds like she's pretty good.
Yeah, she's doing pretty good. I will say. So this is probably not real, but it says that she had to like get a lawyer before she went on here because she needed to like put all her jokes kind of like past him to be like, can I say this? Can I not say that?
Yeah.
And apparently she couldn't say like half of the stuff that she wanted to say.
Oh
they were
my
like, you
God.
absolutely cannot say that shit.
Oh, that's so annoying. I would pay $1 million to get like my hands on the jokes she's not allowed to use. Yeah, right. That makes sense though, I guess. Like I get also too for like for ABC, like it makes sense that they can't, you know,
You
put
can't
certain
leave it too
shit on.
raunchy on ABC.
Of course not. Yeah, no, Disney. You got Walt Disney like breathing down your fucking neck. Like you can't even make a good joke.
100%.
Oh my God.
There was also one Jake Gyllenhaal kind of roast, but I was a little confused by it. Maybe they're like really close. So basically they were like, we're celebrating all the couples tonight, and it was like Will and Jada, I think Penelope Cruz, and then they were like Jake and Maggie Gyllenhaal. Which obviously they're brother and sister. But I was like, and they like weren't even sitting next to each other, but like Jake was like, his face was, they zoomed in on his face and he was like, what the hell are you guys talking about?
Yeah,
so I was like,
I'm
maybe
sure
they're like one of those brother sister duos that's like weirdly close, so it's like that's why it's funny, but I didn't pick up on it, but I'm into it.
That's exactly the situation. Well, because Maggie Gyllenhaal, either she wrote or directed. I think she's the writer. She wrote the screenplay for The Lost Daughter, the one that stars Olivia Colman, which is really good also, by the way. It was hard
like,
though, right?
It was uncomfortable to
Yes,
watch, but I
yes.
liked it. But I like watched it with my husband, and he was like, "This movie is fucked up," and I was like, "But it's amazing." Too.
I feel the exact same way. I felt uncomfortable watching it, but in a way where it was like, oh, the only reason I'm comfortable with this is because this is such like raw emotion. Like this is so like I don't know, like this is so real.
As a mother,
right? Yeah,
they're kind of annoying, and
100%.
Honestly, can kind of relate.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, damn, Olivia Colman kind of looks like a shitty mom, like whatever. And then everything she was doing, I was like, this is exactly how I would react in all of these situations. Like again, just further, like I don't need to have kids. I'm all set because I would just be Olivia Colman. I would like neglect my kids. Like she just is kind of.
I need to like. Yeah, go on vacation and get away from you fuckers.
Exactly.
Really
yeah.
annoying.
Yeah. Like I want to get away alone. Like I don't want any of these kids near me. Dakota Johnson in that movie too. I always forget. She's like the other mom that Olivia Colman like weirdly gets close to.
Like
That's
a little white trash mom situation.
Yeah. Yes. 100%. And that was wow. What a good movie.
Stealing the doll. That was
oh my God, bizarre! Yeah, there's this one part in the movie where she like the little kid like loses her.
If you guys haven't.
Oh no, yeah. Please trust me, I'll talk about this all day. There's one part where she like takes this little kid's doll and like pretends that she did it. She just does some weird like twisted shit throughout the whole thing that you're like, what the fuck is this lady doing? But it's so interesting to watch. She's nominated to Olivia Colman, so that makes sense why they're bringing Maggie Gyllenhaal into it. But I bet Maggie Gyllenhaal is so fucking sick of her brother's shit. Like I can't imagine. Like she is an established woman. She is a writer. She is an actress. Like she is well respected. And then she has her fucking brother, who is also a respected actor, but just fucking around with some crazy. You know what I mean? Like he never should have fucked around with Taylor Swift. Like it just shouldn't have happened. Like he that was never a thing. He could never handle that like level of crazy from Taylor. Taylor could never handle that level of like fuckboy from him. Oh my God, it was just what a nightmare. What a true nightmare.
Absolutely terrible.
Thank you so much for.
Thinking,
Tell me.
Would Leo be nominated for Don't Look Up?
So true. So true.
Bad.
I looked it up before we got here and nothing was really jumping out at me. I don't think Leo's nominated in that movie, but I do. Obviously, that movie is out. Yeah, so I wonder if he is there. He'll probably be at like an after party or something, like the Vanity Fair after party. Like I'm sure he'll be on the carpet or whatever. I would sell my soul to go to the Vanity Fair after party. Like I feel like that's not that 100%. Hard of a thing. Like I feel like if I were out there, I could probably get in there. But it just is so exclusive. Like how, that's what people care more about. A lot of people just go straight there. I hear that Taylor Swift and Joe Alwyn frequently only go straight to the Vanity Fair afters party. So I'm looking forward to some looks. I know they're both in LA right now. People were talking about how they were out for date night last night looking cute and they were hanging out with people but not taking pictures because they didn't want to be involved or whatever. And I love that. So I'm looking forward to maybe seeing a little glimpse of some sparkle from Taylor.
Yeah, we need that.
We absolutely do. We absolutely do, Jillian.
Thank you so much, Kelly.
Thank you for calling. I appreciate it.
Bye.
Bye.
Kelly, did
Fantastic.
you see Don't Look Up?
Yes, I did. Did you like it? What'd you think?
I liked it. I definitely don't think it deserved to be nominated for an Oscar.
Could not agree more. I think that the movie, I watched it with my parents like over Christmas time, and I thought, or maybe a little bit after that, and I thought that it was a funny movie. I thought it was like an interesting movie. Like I liked the plot points to it. I liked all the jokes. I liked how Meryl Streep is the president, but she like chain smokes and she's like lax or whatever. Hilarious stuff. But Oscars, absolutely not. Not even close.
It just like there was no like. I don't know. I feel like the Oscar movies always have like this aesthetic feel to it, and they're like, it just didn't seem like it would have been nominated. And I think it was because it was just a star-studded cast.
Totally.
But yeah, I don't know. I liked it a lot, but it didn't feel like an Oscar-worthy movie at all.
I couldn't agree more. I think that it's nominated I think a couple of times. I know that the big nomination that they're hoping to win is the screenplay. Either it's original screenplay, I think it is, and they could win for that. It is a very original idea. It's very interesting. I think that, like you said, it's kind of a star-studded cast. We have Leo, we have J-Law, Meryl Streep, Jonah Hill. I'm trying to think who else is in it. Just like a ton of Timmy. Oh my God, how could I forget that Timmy was in it? Timothy Chalamet played the most perfect role for his like self. Like he just basically played a douchier version of himself, like in New York City, but just in a different city, acting like this, weird townie that was making out with Jennifer Lawrence, who just like showed up out of nowhere. Like it was just a really weird role for him, but fit so perfectly. So that was hilarious. But I think the idea of like the world's about to end for real and what are we all gonna do? That's something that's plagued me, certainly. There's something, I remember writing a blog a long time ago, like if you had 10 minutes or whatever to find out you're gonna die, like what are you gonna do? Do you just like drink? Do you smoke a blunt? Do you call your family? What do you do? Who knows? But if you wanna talk about it, call in after this break, 888-STOOL-22. And welcome back to The Other Line. Yet again, we are discussing award shows, mostly the Oscars, because the Oscars are going on right now. It is tough to go up against the Oscars. I myself wish I was watching the Oscars, I'll be honest. But we are here. We are about to get into our last segment, the voicemail segment, AKA Last Call. Yes, I love the voicemails. I say this all the time. The people who leave me voicemails, thank you so much for calling. If I don't get your voicemail, I'm sorry, but don't worry, they are there. And eventually we will definitely do like a voicemails show or something if maybe we need to record in advance or whatever. So leaving the voicemails, even if you're not picked, you may hear yourself again. So I appreciate all that do that. Gia, let's throw up the Kids' Choice voicemail.
Hi, Kelly. Hi, Gia. I'm Bella, big fan of you queens. I called today because I think we would be remiss if we didn't discuss the award show of all award shows, the Kids' Choice Awards on Nickelodeon.
Yes.
Like, just think back to early 2000s to, like, 2013, 14. The KCAs were everything.
The KCAs.
Like the Nickelodeon stars, Amanda Bynes, Drake and Bell, Kenan Thompson and Kel, Justin Bieber performing Baby for the first time.
Oh my God.
Is like a core memory of my childhood. And we can't forget about the iconic red carpet outfits. All right, that's all. Just wanted some nostalgia for this Sunday night. Love you guys. Bye.
The Kids' Choice Awards. I can't believe I didn't think of this myself. Like when I heard this girl's voicemail, it's the first time I even thought about the Kids' Choice Awards, which were enormous, huge. It was not miss television. It was like you could not miss the Kids' Choice Awards because you didn't have anything to talk about at school. Like we make jokes about, oh, if you don't see something on TV, or oh, you don't watch Game of Thrones, oh, you don't watch this award show, whatever, you have nothing to talk about at the water cooler at work. Try walking into the 8th grade and not knowing what happened on last night's Kids' Choice Awards. Try going into 3rd grade and not seeing the best kiss of the night between the High School Musical people. Like that's just insane. Like you can't ever think that you can get away with not seeing something like this. Gia, did you like the Kids' Choice Awards? Were you a youngin'?
Yes. The Kids' Choice Awards was like the staple of my year pretty much.
Of course.
But now I feel like who even does the Kids' Choice Awards anymore
I have no idea. I feel like
think
it's
The
TikTok
Rock
kids.
hosted it last year.
Yeah, that makes sense. They got to bring in the big guns to really get people
and everyone,
wrapped
is
up
that
in
where
it.
they slime you?
Yes, you
Yeah.
get slimed. Not everybody gets slimed, but the real Like the real good sports will get slimed. Like usually it's a guy. I think Zac Efron got slimed one year. Like there's always somebody who is willing to get slimed, and it just looks insane. Like
They did someone so dirty with a sliming once. I think it was Katy Perry.
Oh,
I forget what it was, but I just
Poor Katy
remember
Perry.
someone like either they like opened a book or something. They were accepting a speech, and the slime just went straight into their face.
It's so bad. I always wonder about the slime. Like when we did Barcelona vs. America this past year, we had a time where we had to go up these like slime stairs, and they told us it was the same kind of material that they made slime out of, and it was fucking gross. Like it felt like KY jelly basically, and it would just get on you and it would never come off. Like it wasn't like a pleasant feeling. So I don't know. It was also really hard to get out of your hair. Like it was hard to get out of everything. So I don't know how these celebrities who are like decked out head to toe, usually wearing designer shit, all of a sudden like have to deal with all this slime. Like I don't know how they do it. I also think on the Kids' Choice Awards, it was that video. I posted it on I forgot to send it to you guys to show it here, but I posted it on my Instagram story of Kristen Stewart back in the day accepting an award. It was either a Kids' Choice or a VMAs, and it was just the most awkward acceptance of all time. Like she just couldn't spit it out. She just was like, yeah, you guys love me, like this is cool, and just was so awkward, and she's come a long way now, obviously. Now she's at the Oscars for Spencer, so I hope that she does well in that tonight. All right, let's do the second one, In Memoriam.
Hey, the best part of award shows, it's not one specifically, but when they do the In Memoriam portion where they're like, hey, these people are dead, they're old, and you sit there and go, I didn't even know they were fucking still alive.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, but now they're dead. So then you're like, well, you don't do anything. But you just go, wow, amazing.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that's kind of cool because every year you go, these people, who knew they were still around?
That is 100% fact. Every single time the In Memoriam, or I think they also sometimes it's like in like memorandum, like that guy wasn't wrong about what he was saying, but I just couldn't figure out what it was. And it is always exactly like that. Like you watch that come up, and of course you see the couple of people that you recognize that have passed away from the year. Usually there's like a couple of tragic deaths and like something terrible happening in Hollywood. But then you see some of the older like actors and stars who maybe like missed it on the news, and you feel like guilty or something. Like I feel like anytime I see the In Memoriam and somebody has died and I didn't know about it and they're like kind of prominent, I feel like a bitch. I'm like, how did I not notice that? Like, I feel like I didn't mourn them properly. I feel like I'm being disrespectful or something bizarre like that. Gia, what do you think weirdly about this? Like, what do you think about when they start doing the PowerPoint of dead people?
Honestly, like I don't even know if I have any thoughts towards it.
Yeah,
it's always just
a
really
little
sad.
awkward.
I know what you mean though. Like watching it, you're like, oh shit, that person died.
Yeah.
But like,
you feel shitty. You're like, oh my God.
Yeah,
and it's like, I'm only going to think about them in this moment, and then I'm like going to forget.
Yeah.
Like, that's literally it.
Yeah. It's always like nice. I feel like it always just makes me really sad. Like I remember when they showed Mac Miller when he died,
yeah,
and they did it at the Grammys. That was like such a sad moment.
So sad.
But it's nice that they even include like all those low key people that you would never even like. You don't even know the names
for sure.
of.
Yeah, like all the behind this, like producers and stuff, like the people who like do the real fucking work, like that. All those people, they always get shine on there, and I think it's important. And if you notice, they always are like clapping extra for those people. Like I feel like there's a continuous clap going on for the Memoriam, and I think that whenever the producer type people or the sound editing people come up, there's always like an eruption of applause because people respect the work that they did so much. And yeah, those are the people that I like feel bad about. I'm like, how did I not know about this person? Like they live such an amazing, incredible life, and somehow this is like the first time I'm seeing them. But that's just goes to show you there are people out here doing work that's crazy. You know what I mean? Like doing work that requires a standing ovation at the Oscars from all of the most famous people, famous celebrities in the room. All right, let's do our last one, celebs fangirling, because I like this one as well.
Hi, it's Caitlin calling from Boston. I would like a serious discussion, and by serious I mean unfiltered, about why the Oscars or any other big award show like the Golden Globes do not have people that would fangirl, fanboy over the people that they're presenting the awards to. For example, it would be really nice to see somebody like Dua Lipa presenting an award with Reese Witherspoon and like
Love that
completely
combo.
freaking out about being next to her. And also, let's say they give the award to, I don't know, somebody like Bradley Cooper, then everybody would be freaking out all the time and it would be adorable. And instead they have crusty old fucks doing it and nobody cares. And I'm sorry, but Rachel Zegler is in a Best Picture nominee and they like gave her a pity invite to come and then made her a presenter. So I just feel like they could really be making some better moves. That's it. I'd like to know your thoughts.
To be honest, I am not as read up on this Rachel Zegler drama as I should be. She was in West Side Story. It sounds like she wasn't invited or something, and then they invited her to be a presenter, and there is a photo of her floating around. She presented with Jacob Elordi, which, like, I mean, that doesn't sound like a bad invite to me, but, it looks crazy because he's like a million feet tall. I think that I'm glad that she's there. Obviously, she should be there. If your movie is nominated for any kind of Oscar, you should be invited. Like, that's just a fact. You should be there. You should be on the carpet, all the above. I think that it is insane how people don't like fangirl more when they're presenting with these important people. Like I think that people usually freak out over Meryl Streep. Everyone always freaks out over Beyonce, obviously. Like if you're even around Beyonce, people freak out. Meryl Streep for sure. Leo, people freak out. George Clooney, you always get somebody being like, I can't believe I'm up here with George Clooney. I think that maybe it's a thing where you don't want to act lame in front of them because I know I feel this way. I worry about running into celebrities sometimes because, not that I'm like, oh no, I don't want to look cool. I feel like if I meet them or interact with them, I could be friends with them. Like in my head, I'm like, oh no, I have to act cool, act nonchalant, act like I don't even know them because that means that when they see me not even giving a fuck, that means that they'll be my friend. Like that's just how I think about it. So I'm wondering if maybe they do the same. I feel like that's kind of a thing that I would do as like a lesser celebrity. I would just be chill and try to be cool and try not to look like a loser, unless it's somebody like Meryl Streep. Like then it's just, I feel like all bets are off when it's the most famous person ever. I think that Dua Lipa Reese Witherspoon combo is good. I think it's really silly, and I bet she would freak out over. I would freak out over Reese Witherspoon like crazy, literally like crazy. But all right, I think that's about it for the night. I think that we have covered these award shows extensively. I think that we all need to get back to the actual Oscars right now. And I look forward to chatting with you all next week on The Other Line. The topic will be work. We've been talking about these celebrities working tonight. We're going to talk about us working next week. So remember to keep your eyes peeled for the voicemail number to leave voicemails. And I can't wait to chat next week.